US President Donald Trump has said that he was a victim of three very sinister events during his time at the United Nations on Tuesday. And he has also said that his Secret Service will look into the issue. Now, US President was attending the UN General Assembly, the UNGA, where he gave a speech criticizing the institution for having squandered its potential. Remember that Donald Trump also criticized US allies in Europe for their handling of the Russia war in Ukraine. He also criticized them for the acceptance of immigrants. The latest in the news is that the US president has said that he was a victim of what he calls three very sinister events during his time at the UNGA. Important information coming in, the US president has hit out and said that he was a victim of three very sinister events at the UNGA. He's further asked his Secret Service to probe into it. Remember that on his social media, US President Donald Trump indicated that he was in a sour mood at the UN because of a trio of mishaps, suggesting that there was a larger conspiracy against him. Remember that the US President has talked about how he is being conspired against. Well, on this, we have my colleague Vishal Vivek joining us on the telecast. Vishal, firstly, help us understand which were these three events that are leading the US President to make such a statement.
Well, Trump has talked about these three quote-unquote debacles, and the first one is that when he was right about to give the speech, he was trying to climb up the escalator, and that escalator came to a screeching halt as he was trying to get on it with his wife Melania Trump. The second one is that when he started giving that speech, there was no teleprompter. The teleprompter was not working properly, so he had to resort to the speech pages for about 15 minutes or so, the first part of his speech. And the third one is that when he finished giving his speech, when he spoke with his wife told him that his speech was not audible to most of the people in the audience. Only people who had interpreter earpieces, they were the only ones who could hear what Trump said. That's what he's claimed on the Truth Social post, that these three events, sort of sabotaged USA's message to the world. Whatever USA wanted to say to the world, that message was not delivered due to these three quote-unquote debacles, and he wants a thorough investigation into the matter. He said that he will send the same post to the UN chief and see what happens next, because some reports in the media suggest otherwise. UN chief have been quoted by Associated Press in the US as saying that someone inside the Trump cavalcade only stopped that button inadvertently by mistake, and that's how the escalator came to a stop. So that will be investigated for sure. And teleprompter, as far as that is concerned, there were reports in the media that suggested that UN staff had joked about playing with Trump's speech, or stopping the escalator as he approached it. So these are some of the things that will indeed be investigated by the UN body. The US has taken this very seriously. The US envoy to the UN, he has also commented on X and said that the USA's message to the world had been sabotaged due to these three events. So all of that has happened, and it remains to be seen how the UN will respond now.
Right, absolutely, Vishal. In fact, three events to be looked at. First, the escalator, which came to a halt. The second, the teleprompter, which the president claims went stone cold dark. And third, of course, the president claiming that when he was speaking, the sound was off at the UN. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing those details with us.